Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we're back with Phoenix Strike Conflict Interest. So, things are not looking too dicey right now. I've been thinking of possible ways to think, like, how Iris could not be the culprit here, but it keeps coming back to her, and, really thinking about it now, like, the only one who's the most suspicious person here that we have on hand, if everyone here has been telling the truth so far, literally everyone that we've seen and talked to so far has been telling the truth, is Gladys Porter. She seems the most suspicious, anyway, and we're just in the sound of it, looks like she's gonna be up next to the witness. And from the sound of it, like literally, someone else used a sniper rifle though, so that means it points to a ninth party. So it's either Gladys Porter or some person we've never seen before yet. It literally has to be that. And how exactly we're gonna prove there's like a ninth party somewhere when everyone was accounted for, or at least like did not have enough time to actually go up to the second balcony and shoot the gun, because there's two fingerprints underneath there and they wiped them off, and yet, God, it's just a mystery. Okay, so they keep placing it on Iris, so is there any way out from out there? Here are the facts. 1, her prints were on the gun. 2, multiple people saw her with it. And finally, 3, her collarbone shattered. Her collarbone? Why should that matter? Rifles this large are not easy to fire safely. The kickback is simply too strong if you're not prepared for it. Experienced shooters with weapons like that are just as liable to hurt themselves. And that is precisely what happened to Sister Iris. Well, these do seem to point to her. He's bringing 3 points against us. The witnesses saw her. We already know that. Her fingerprints were on the gun. That much is clear. And last, her shoulder injury. I should press one of these. Which should it be? I gotta get witnesses already. We already talked about the fingerprints, so the injury? What exactly was her shoulder injury like? Was it consistent with what you expect from a rifle kickback? There are certain divergences. Admittedly, it's a bit extensive. Extensive? How so? The entire area is covered with bruising. The pain caused her to pass out. Okay. Would that much be normal? It's more severe than I would typically expect. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're not sure. I'm certain of everything I've said. She was seen with a weapon, she shot it, and was hurt in the process. If you have a better explanation, then tell us. Iris told me she was pushed off. Somebody struck her from behind. A name her mystery attacker. Right here, right now. Well, if that part is true, and I don't think Magatama thing came up there. Because at this point, I'm just slowly just doubting Magatama itself in this case, now just thinking about the rules of it and nothing like that, but so I can't just doubt it randomly right now. So that means she's telling the truth about that, and then literally no one else has a chance to do that. Literally, no one has a chance to do that. I don't really have any suspects at the moment. Can you even prove she was pushed? I don't think so. Assuming her clothes are fabric too, so fingerprints there, but even then, I wouldn't really be cause for concern either. Acolyte robes are made of the right material to leave an impression. Oh, yeah, I'll literally bring that up too. Because again, Rise of the Ashes was on my mind. Where was she when the police found her? She was still in the main yard. But then she dragged herself to one of the walls and was nursing her injury. Dang it, that doesn't get to anything either. Isn't there anything I can do here? There may be a few uncertainties, but the case is still pretty straightforward. Mr. Waters, you are no longer needed. You're dismissed. Yeah, boss. That's done for the with. Our next witness was the second to see the suspect. Step forward. Witness, we are ready for you. Is it safe yet? One man has already testified. Nothing went wrong. You'll be fine. Paranoid so well. May I please take your name and occupation? You took my pepper spray. Of course I did. You're perfectly safe here. You took my pepper spray. Yes, I did. You took name and occupation. Gladys Porter, writer. How old is she supposed to be again? Let's take a mosey on over. She's like 30. There, I did a cursory search for you. You're one of the 2 people that did for the suspect. Yep, I saw her. No mistaking it. She was pointing the gun at me. What? Iris was... That's right, straight at me. That's not true. Well, maybe it wasn't 100% directed at me. But she was in a position where she could have been any second. She could have shot anyone, including Pearl and Phoenix. Literally? This is gonna be a long trial. Witness of the future, please don't embellish anything. You only need to hear what actually happened. That's correct. What was she really doing with the gun? She was just holding it. That still means she did it. Indeed, it's suspicious. Ms. Porter's words confirm what we already heard. Sure testimony will reveal the truth. Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind. She wouldn't tell me much yesterday. What did she see? Did we see the same thing? There's only one way to get to the bottom of this. If I'm thinking about it now, because green hair and green Magatama space rock thing, just this came to my mind right now, we never see a Magatama go off in the courtroom. Oh my god, the power just does not use anymore, but you already know, How I almost died. So I showed up, and instantly bullets were whizzing everywhere. I knew right away they'd come for me, so I dodged for cover. After the last shot, I looked up and saw her. She was holding the gun. Of course it was her. May as well address the elephant in the room. You do know nobody was trying to kill you, right? The lasers pointed at Maya the whole time. They missed. That's some pretty awful aim. Oh my god, how paranoid are you? How quote-unquote self-important do you see yourself as? Is there even any reason to think they were targeting you? I don't support her claim, but my guess is she's worried about the recording bugs you found. You found one too? No, we found 17. Oh my god, they were everywhere. I guess there were so many. No comment. Wait, I actually want to know now. Are there 17 rooms in the house? I want to know, actually. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess this room is big. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the rest could be scattered through this whole giant hallway. So, yeah, there's plenty to cover the entire mansion. But I mean, if there was a listening bug, like, doesn't it mean like it's been recording things all throughout the place? So that means we can just go through there. We don't actually know what's transmitted. Actually, I just realized that now. Okay, never mind. God damn it. Witness is an invasion of privacy. Whatever were you doing it for? Irrelevant. As you recall, she is not the suspect. Her actions will be treated separately. For now, please focus on the crimes of the accused. Was it irrelevant? Corey's been very hush-hush about everything. Yeah, it makes her more suspicious. I don't know what this crazy woman is up to, but she's far too shifty. She's even hiding her true identity. She's a fake clan spirit medium. She's still got a few more secrets she's not letting on. There are a few really obvious contradictions here. I don't think pressing those will get me anywhere. I need to find a problem that's not just her embellishing stuff. Let's see what we can find out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bullets whizzing everywhere is completely 100% fact. Showed up and instantly bullets were whizzing everywhere. It wasn't exactly instantly or everywhere. I'm not here to argue semantics to you. Aren't you a writer? Shouldn't semantics be everything? Neither you to be overly dramatic for no reason. You're a journalist? What, are you a fiction author? No, you're a news writer. Oh my god. Please correct the statement. Make me. A bit absent this one. Forget it. This disruption is a non-issue in the larger scheme. Moving on. Why are we hearing his thoughts now in this trial? Why? We're not getting everything, but why are we hearing a bit of his thoughts though? I knew right away they'd come for me, so I dodged for cover. Wait, do you think you dodged for cover in the courtyard or into the house? What was your reaction? I know what any sane person would. I screamed my lungs out and ran around in circles like a chicken with my head cut off. Who's the sane one here? And I'm pretty sure you'd be dead if your head was cut off. You weren't paying attention at all, were you? Excuse me, I was busy trying not to get shot. Your Honor, she isn't a reliable witness.
Objection.
Her testimony matches up perfectly with your own. There's no need to doubt it. She isn't even sure the target was. Objecting to this does not remove the most important part of her testimony. She's still the suspect with a gun. If you're going to object to something, have it make a difference in the case. Ignore her antics. She's the witness. How am I supposed to ignore her? You just do with your just close off your hearing. Just tune into the right frequencies only. Her statement has been corroborated by other evidence and testimony. Can we use Phoenix testimony in court? Yes, we can, Your Honor. Okay. I will allow it. Please tell us what happened next. To the last shot, I looked up and saw her. What was she doing? She was just staring out the window, looking shocked. Wait, the window? Yeah, and Iris was over on the balcony with a gun. What? Okay, so you saw two people? Who was the other? Old Nana Faye. Oh, you're looking up. Oh, okay. I talked with Meredith yesterday, covered this a bit. She saw Iris too. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess that proves them for this testimony, if you're not lying about it. So far, everything matches up. How was Iris holding the gun? She's holding it close to her chest, like a baby. Sounds like it'd be hard to fire that way. She already managed to do it once. No big. I didn't actually see her shooting the gun, just holding it. And once? Or must not seen much else either. She's holding the gun, of course it was her. Wait, we're not gonna add that? That's definitely important? Well, you said at the last shot I looked up and saw her. Well, that means there's more than that, so... Okay, but why just say once? She was holding the gun, of course it was her. What's your explanation for the lack of fingerprints in the trigger? Ha! That's an easy one. No comment. She could have shot it with her foot. What? What? Makes sense. Your Honor, are we really letting this pass? Well, I don't believe she used her foot to pull the trigger. But she did mention the whip prints. Toe prints? We must accept the witness' statement, even if her reasoning is flawed. What do you think about her testimony? What do I start with? I don't get the impression she's exactly lying. Her version of things seems to be based more on wild fantasies than reality. I don't think you should object to those parts. Try finding something that you could actually get new information from. Exactly. Pointing out she wasn't the target of a massive conspiracy will only points here. We can't prove the Illuminati exists, so yeah. So we need to present something here? Wait, once? Are we able to go with that whole thing? With the two bullets thing? Like, that was pointed up when Iris was siege with 2 shots and she was passed out, then she was the third. Are we really going with this? Like, you only heard 1 shot, even though you specify here, after the last shot? Well, of course, you said something about... You're embellishing with bullets whistling everywhere, so... God. If we had to present that here, then, like, that's a bit weird. Why did the statement change? Yeah, the statement didn't change at all, okay. Am I getting this right? You're saying there were only 2 shots. She said there was only 1 shot, but then she's embellishing and whistling, so... What? Yes? That's not how I remember things. I'm not sure what it means, if anything. But I know for a fact we were shot at 3 times. That's ridiculous! Now you're stupid and delusional! I may have had trouble hearing the time, but I didn't miss that shot. How did you? Shut up, stupid! There weren't 3 shots, you're the crazy one! Let's prove it. I'll show you there were 3 gunshots. Prove there were 3 gunshots? How? How do we prove there were 3 gunshots? How do we prove there's 3 gunshots? Listening device, signatures everyone present. Bullet from the bullet trigger Maya, like, obviously there. That just shows, like, how 1 bullet passed through, though. Doesn't prove there was another one. From 1 or 2 shots fired within a courtyard, both of them recovered another bullet that hit Maya. That just proves there was differently 2, though. That just proves there was only that, so how do we prove there's a 3rd one? Don't tell me the prison testimony again, that's just weird. No. What's going to shot, but how do we prove there's a 3rd shot, then? Is it, like, somewhere in the profile's like... Oh yeah, didn't Meredith say something to 3rd shot, so we have to use her? Wait, what? Dahlia Hawthorne, former criminal with a grudge against Maya. Why is she here? gonna take a butler, Porcarian, complicated relationship. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. Oh yeah, before I forgot to mention this now. Just still like it that how Gaia doing just running a noodle stand part time, just also the hospital thing. Oh, I wish the canon games actually did that. Like actually spend more on him, or at least even like a passing mention of that. That would've been so cool to see. Okay, but still, anyway, how did you prove there was a third bullet? The only thing we can think of is like, well, in the courtyard. Well, we're in the courtyard. The 2 bullets has in there, but there was a bullet hole in the third one. So obviously, there's a bullet from shooting there. So the third one. I don't know if let's just make sure to say that again. Doubt this is gonna be it. Nah. I think I'm onto something here. Ka! The only thing you're onto is your What? Like disgusting jokes in a courtroom, for shame. And right, you set her up to make that. What? What? Look, so I'm gonna be blamed for her own lack of self-control? Now let's prove it. I'll show you where there were 3 gunshots. How do we prove there was 3 gunshots? Like, this? I'm not gonna present anything. At this point, I'm just presenting things that had bullets in them. I swear if the testimony again, I'm gonna scream. That's not proof there's a 3rd bullet, though. I'm on the right track. There's one other thing to help here. What should we look at together with this to prove there were 3 shots? What? Oh god, this is... Oh, okay. Okay. Wait, don't tell me that we have to present that first, and then either testimony or the other bullet hole. Please don't tell me. Oh god, don't tell me to present this now, please. Okay, it's definitely not that. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, it's not that. Okay, just want to be sure. That's my own fault, because see, big gun... Prince. Do we need to present... What else should we present? Is it yet not fatal? Well, that gun, like, those bullets are there work, but what everything else? I don't think we can use a recording bug, because, like, we don't... Nothing... No one's mentioned anything about, like, listen to recordings or anything like that. So... Don't tell me it's my testimony again. Okay, what is this, then? Okay, how did you prove there was a 3rd gunshot without going into testimony sake? Okay. Well, the Kistler gun in the list, then. That's an article with a fake claim reunion. Nothing about it. Nothing about that. We were shot 3 times total, so Iris in the balcony was the front one. This and the bullet hole in the wall do not count for the final... For the thing we present here. Injury report, victim was shot in the neck. It was a glinted shot by causing damage rendered comatose yet and a fatal. It talks about a bullet, but does not prove the 3rd one. Well, I guess it proves like there's 2 in there. Wait. Don't tell me. Well, okay, actually, I'm gonna just do this real quickly. So we present this, and then S the injury report, which doesn't even bring it up once, then... Because if the injury report here is the thing we can present, then why not this, since, you know, bullet? Okay. Alright, then. Okay. Tell me, if there were only 2 shots, how are we even in this situation? Maya was hit by something. 2 bullets were found in the courtyard, and another hit her. Explain that. What? Objection. 2 bullets or 3. What does it matter? There are multiple people who weren't even aware there was a 3rd shot. This is a major gap in information. What was that you said just a little while ago? I was also losing my hearing from the first 2 shots. Did I get that right? Would it be likely this happened to others? The witness, perhaps? Yes, that makes sense. She couldn't hear as a result of the first 2 gunshots. But how could I? There were 3 shots. Our evidence shows us this. However, her statements are a reflection of her own experiences, not the police investigation. I don't know why she would lie about this. There's not much reason to make it up. I figured that as well. She might not intend for it, but she's creating an inconsistency. What could it mean? What more should we know about these bullets? So far, only 2 of them have been found. The final would have been very smooth trajectory to pass it to the victim, or nothing has been found in the house nor anyone's premises. So that means whoever the culprit was had time to find the bullet itself and grab it then. Huh. The thing shot. Curious. curious, but not explainable. It's a very large area. They should have found it by now. It wouldn't make sense not to. Well, they didn't. I guess as good as mine. Why couldn't they? It didn't just disappear. Maybe it did. Like you said, the bullet needed to take a specific route. This has to mean something, but right now, I can't figure out what. Should I even press this issue? Why not? Well, it's a very easy way for the police to figure out where the bullet went. Oh, bite. What was this way? Trajectory? I guess the only thing we can think of is, like, the map of the manor. Like, you know, it shows all the markers of the people involved, so, yeah. I think I'm onto something here. Why would that work? The only thing you're onto is more... Same thing before, though. So do we not have anything, or... The fence wishes to hear about Miss Porter's actions. Okay, we're moving on from there. Okay, then. Before, during, or after... Before, during, or after... Well... Because during... The during or after would work the most, because we basically already know what happened before. Like, her and Maya preparing for an interview. During or after... During the attack. We still haven't addressed everything that needs to be heard about it. We've heard plenty, let's not spend more time on it than we need to. We have already covered it, should I press it? Never mind then. Try not to touch this. Let's go back and look at other options. That's wishes I ask about... Okay, after then? After the attack. What did you experience when it was all over? Okay, so, why would I ask is this necessary? She already told you what she saw. Might not get anything useful out of this. Should I press it? Okay, so we need to actually... Since we can't go back and talk about the whole bullet trajectory thing, why I couldn't find it, then before the during or after part, we need to somehow, I guess, give reasons to why it's there. Something small area of grassling fell here. Well, she dropped her pepper spray or something like that? Like, but I don't know if that would constitute like during or after. Guest list. Well, the only thing we haven't used so far is the pepper spray, so let's try using that then. Oh. What you saw afterwards could reveal everything. My client was found on the ground, level of the courtyard, and that's where Porter claims she was. She should have a lot to say either way. Well played. Witness, you heard him. What happened after the final shot? Why are you so curious? It's a fair question. We need to solve the case. Solve it? Ha! It should be obscured in darkness. I know how these trials go. You just want to blame this on me, the witness. Well, you're not wrong there. I want you to accuse me. You can't do this to you. I immediately regret this decision. What? No firearms in the courthouse. I took it away from you. I always have a backup. Only a moron would come unprepared. Bailiff, get that thing away from her. You never take me alive. Huh? Miss, please make this easier for me. Gah! No! Get away from me! Nah! Nah! Ah, please don't scratch. Hey, give it back! No! I hate everything. I'll say this, she's entertaining. She's entertaining and not, I guess she's a tiny bit annoying, but she's more entertaining to me than anything else. Like Last Witness. From the third case. Jesus. I will not let you create disturbances like that. You behave yourself, or shall I have you removed? Whatever. Of course I'm the one at fault. You kind of were. One more outburst and you will be removed from the stand. Understood? Good. Now you'll testify on what happened after the shooting. This is important, whether or not you did anything wrong. This is so much more stressful than it should be. Yay. What happened after? There really isn't much to say. I saw her up there and that's it. I don't remember seeing her at the ground level. They probably made that part up. I feel I responded to the whole situation very reasonably. I was in a perfect position to see everything, and I say she did it. Someone called the police and they showed up and arrested her. I still don't think she's making it up. She said she saw her, she probably did. At least she thinks she did. Right. This might be the time to hit at the overdramaticism of hers. She's getting cocky, and you can see in her testimony. Cora says she didn't see Iris at the ground level, which contradicts what the police said. Big question is, why didn't she see her there? Why, like... Huh. There isn't much to say, I saw her up there and that's it. That's it? Spikey's hard of hearing. Yeah, that's what I said. She already told us what she saw. Maybe now it's time to focus on why she didn't see anymore. I remember seeing her at the ground level. They probably made that part up. The police just made up where they found the suspect? What would be the point of that? Well, when you put it that way, maybe she just jumped down later. Something. Jumped down from a 2-story balcony? Yeah. Just so she could huddle out there until the police arrived? Yeah. The defense requests the boy to stop creating dumb theories that don't make sense. Not dumb. You're dumb. Oh wow, did you strain yourself coming up with that one? It took all 5 brain cells. A bit immature, this one. Witness, please refrain from using conjecture in your testimony. We only need to hear what you know for certain. Now please continue. I feel they responded to the whole situation rather reasonably, like running around like a headless chicken. Oh yes, very much so. Which was... I was being shot at, so, you know, same thing anyone else would have done. You ran away? Looked for someone to defend yourself? Panicked? No, no, and yes. How badly? Just a little. Wasn't too bad. Something tells me you were calmly and rationally trying to assess the situation. I was in a perfect position to see everything, and I say she did it. If you weren't such a good spot, why can't you tell us more? What? I told you plenty! Your new testimony isn't teaching us anything from when we first began. Isn't that too bad? You were the one who demanded it for the testimony. The burn is on you here, not the witness. Yeah, it's not my fault he sucks. I really don't like you. Someone called the police and they showed up and arrested her. Most likely that was either Pearls or Meredith. Or Butler, meh. Someone went inside and all that. Or did Phoenix say he called it? I can't remember. There was this whole thing, like... I think he mentioned, like, the ambulance were called, so really any of them did it, so... I don't think it really matters who called them, really. Yeah. Especially if enough time passed afterwards. Who did? Who knows? It wasn't me. Did you ever think to call them yourself? Not really. I was busy, okay? Doesn't really matter. I can't tell whether or not she's trying to make herself seem suspicious. Some people might call it being quirky. Oh, God. What do you call it? Let's not get down the rabbit hole. This is tough. How can you prove she didn't see her? Or did see her? I have a feeling I know what happened. If I can prove it, things might get easier. Cora's antics are already riling up the courtroom. You might be able to discredit her as a witness. Won't be enough, but it's a start. There's what to say. I saw her up there, and that's it. So, I think the only thing we can, like, I guess, prove anything like that, like, the pepper spray's right there. If I'm not grappling fell here. Well, that proves like it was that's most likely her pepper spray that she dropped when walking around, but it was found in matted grass? I didn't put that. Something fell here. Iris could have fallen down there. She was missing her wound into that, but that's to prove she didn't see anything. And the purpose position to see everything I say she did. So when I called the police, they showed up and arrested her. Well, if it was her, well, I'm assuming if, like, she was right, like, can we find the pepper spray, like, right below the balcony, actually, the right side of the place? Yeah, it was right underneath the balcony, actually. You couldn't have seen that, then. Pepper's right there unless you moved around, but this is all I have to go on, so... Objection! Quick question. Do you recognize this? You're saying it's mine? Well, is it? Yes. If that's the case, I don't believe your story. You say you were in a good spot to see everything, but for how long? There was a big spot of matted grass around this bottle. You fell down. Oh, she fell down? Does this matter? How does it contradict her statement? It does when you consider where it might mean. She was injured, she fainted, someone pushed her. She fainted? The matted grass suggests that whatever was there for a while. So when she fell down, she didn't get up right away. She fainted. What did you even see? It's in my hat. Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't line up well if she fainted because, you know, her hair is all green and, like, you know, it probably blends with the grass. That's not everyone to see her. She was right underneath the balcony, so there's that too, but you know what I mean. Became one with the grass. Become one with the long clippings. You were growing weed? Yeah. I passed out for a few moments. When I came to, I was too scared to move. They found the witness. She was huddled in a fetal position on the ground, sobbing. I believe the exact words from her were, "I'm too young to go. Take your stupid light and shove it up your tunnel." I could have left that part out. I can see it now. The police poking in the ground with their nightsticks. Trying to convince her that she is in fact still alive. Was she that way the whole time interested in the suspect? It appears so. Yet her fainting into words does not matter. The point remains she saw the suspect. Maybe right. Or still saw Iris with the gun, just like I did. But was there anything else she may have missed? Does this change anything important? Yes, it does. Maybe. Let's recall something you just said. I asked what you saw after the final shot, and your response was, the inside of my hat. Remember that? Yes. So you missed out on seeing something very important. Seeing something very important happen. The police find, like, the police push, or I guess the gun getting shot or something like that? What else would she miss besides that? The only thing we can think of is, let's go through this. Listening device, no, since you're present, only this gets the fake allowed in. But the bullet from Esther Maya, the big gun, fist for Prince, she saw that. For Valley's feeling, definitely, you didn't see someone put this card down. The color bullet, both were covered, the bullet hit Maya. Large clock, you definitely couldn't see the clock. Why is the clock here? Oh, our hand is frozen in the 1 o'clock position. Let me just get a confirmation that I'm, like, crime happened at 12:30, so what's the point of this? Okay. Pepper spray, you didn't see that. Like, Lily just didn't, you didn't see the final kill shot? This is the closest we get to it. What about this? Definitely wrong. Do you not like the logic behind it? No, the logic's fine, just wrong. What about the evidence itself? The evidence is fine, it's still just too wrong. It needs to be about 20% at least less wrong. Let's recall something you just said then. We saw, okay, it's my hat. It's not seeing something very important. Okay, if it's the gunshot of, like, it hit Maya, then... Or, like, Lily Iris coming down to the, like, down below? Maybe they present a profile, actually? It's hard to pinpoint which direction we should take it. Lily Iris falling to the balcony, or hanging down to the balcony of the courtyard, or the gunshot. Either way, just to make sure again. So that's 2 ways we can go. Let's see. We'll try to figure out this one. Guess list. Bullet holes to the rifle. Let's. Oh, just like ours is the final one. Let's. The only thing connected to Iris falling off the balcony will be the rifle? I doubt it will be this, but it's something. No. 20% less wrong. Nothing's changed, so. Like, Lily just present Iris' profile, actually? Okay, then. Oh, that's a little bit easier. Okay, then. Iris, the police found her in the same area as you. Because you were huddled in a ball, you missed out on seeing how she got there. My client's story is that she was pushed, with an injury that may or may not support it. I think it's very important if anybody saw it. Nobody saw her shooting the gun, and nobody saw her falling. It has to be a possibility. Your possibility is not strong enough. Supposition at best. There's not much we can look at, but I'm running out of time here, so we should leave this off here. Nothing been going back and forth on if Iris was the one with the gun or Lily just fell down from there. But no matter what, either way, she definitely got injured from the gunshot itself or falling down onto the next story and was curdling, like, just, like, you know, cradling her own injury, so... And Gladys never saw that happen. She fainted at least a bit and all that, so... Yeah. Well, both Iris said she fainted a bit after she fell down too, along with Gladys, so... Huh. I mean, she was pushed up after Phoenix, like, looked at the window and saw her, and continued to Maya too, then. Huh. Well, we can figure out to see what else, like, I can figure out what else we can glean from this for next time. So, for fun time watching Zion Planet, hope to see you next time, the time may be, and I hope you have a fantastic day.